At the beginning of the episode, we see Tanjiro wearing his Demon Slayer uniform, and Kadaki tells him about the special features of the uniform and gives him a special lightweight wooden box so Nezuko can stay safe from sunlight during the daytime. Tanjiro leaves with Nezuko, and while traveling he reaches a northwest town where everyone is talking about a demon because last night a boy named Kazumi lost his fiancée who suddenly disappeared. Tanjiro goes to Kazumi and asks him everything. Then Kazumi takes him to the place where his fiancée disappeared, and Tanjiro smells the area and finds the demon's scent. Tanjiro starts searching the whole town and tells Kazumi that he came here to kill that demon. While searching, night falls, and another boy says they should search in the morning, but Tanjiro says demons only come out at night, so morning will be useless. On the other side, we see a girl going to sleep, and suddenly two hands come out from under the ground and drag her inside. At the same time, Tanjiro senses the demon and runs toward it. While running, he reaches a house where Kazumi realizes Tanjiro is a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. Tanjiro smells both the girl and the demon nearby, and when the smell becomes stronger, he hits the ground with his sword and pulls the girl safely out from underground. Then the demon appears from the ground, and Tanjiro realizes that the demon has the special power to move underground. Tanjiro gives the girl to Kazumi and tells him to protect her, but then the demon attacks Tanjiro, and he realizes that this is not one demon but three forms of the same demon. On the other side, Kadaki tells Nezuko about the Demon Slayer Corps and the first and strongest demon named Muzan Kabutsuji, who has been roaming the earth for hundreds of years. Then the demons attack Tanjiro together and try to tear apart his body, while some demons also attack the girl and Kazumi, and Tanjiro tries his best to protect them. One of the demons shows Kazumi the hand of his fiancée and reveals that he already killed her, which makes Kazumi extremely angry. At the end of the episode, Nezuko suddenly comes out of the box and attacks the demon to save Tanjiro, and the episode ends. We see Nezuko attack that demon, and Tanjiro calls Nezuko near him. But as soon as Nezuko comes close to Tanjiro, another demon attacks her. Nezuko quickly shows her speed and jumps back near Tanjiro. Seeing this, Tanjiro understands that Nezuko does not need his protection and she can protect herself. Tanjiro tells Nezuko that he is going underground and asks her to take care of that girl. After saying this, he goes underground and sees the clothes of all the people those demons had eaten floating there. Seeing this makes Tanjiro very angry. At the same time, we see those demons talking to each other that they cannot fight properly because it is too dark. Because of this, the demon starts checking his own skin, and as soon as Tanjiro gets a chance, he cuts that demon into pieces with his sword. On the other side, we see another demon fighting Nezuko, and Nezuko is beating him badly. Then that demon injures Nezuko on her head, and when he tries to attack again, Tanjiro suddenly comes out from the ground and cuts off the demon's hands, shouting, "Stay away from my sister." Then Tanjiro asks the demon if he knows anything about Muzan. The demon gets very scared and says Muzan's name, and Tanjiro can clearly feel his fear. Suddenly, the demon attacks Tanjiro, but Tanjiro quickly cuts off the demon's head and kills him. After that, Tanjiro sees Nezuko sleeping and her wounds slowly healing. Then Tanjiro gives that boy his fiancée's hairpin and tells him that he has to move on. Hearing this, the boy gets angry and says, "Do you really think it is that easy to forget someone? It is easy for you to say, because if you had lost someone close to you, then you would understand my pain." Hearing this, Tanjiro quietly starts walking away. Then the girl realizes that what the boy said was wrong, and she apologizes to Tanjiro. Tanjiro tells the boy to take care of himself and safely take the girl back home. Then he leaves from there. After some time, a crow comes to Tanjiro and tells him to go to Tokyo for his next mission. Hearing this, Tanjiro leaves for Tokyo. When Tanjiro reaches Tokyo, he becomes very surprised after seeing all the bright city lights because this world is completely new for him. He is also very hungry, so he goes to a food shop to eat. But while eating, he suddenly smells a familiar scent that reminds him of his family, so he starts following it. Then we find out that the smell belongs to Muzan. When Tanjiro reaches him, he sees Muzan carrying a little girl in his hands, and the girl is even calling him father, while the child's mother is also standing beside him. Seeing this shocks Tanjiro because he cannot understand what humans are doing with a demon. Then we see Muzan scratch a man's neck with his nails, turning him into a demon instantly, and that demon attacks his own wife. With this, the episode ends. We see that when the demon attacks his own wife, Tanjiro quickly jumps to save her and stuffs a cloth into the demon's mouth. Taking advantage of this situation, Muzan escapes from there. Tanjiro angrily says, "No matter where you run, I will find you. I will follow you till the end, and my sword will be the last thing you remember." Then the police arrive to stop Tanjiro and try to pull him away from the demon. Tanjiro says that only he can stop this demon, but suddenly the whole area gets covered with flowers. Tanjiro feels something strange and thinks that he can smell a very strong scent. Then we see a female demon who tells Tanjiro that she wants to help him. Tanjiro gets shocked and asks, "Are you also a demon?" Then she says yes, but she is also a doctor and she also wants to kill Muzan. On the other side, we see Muzan sending his wife and daughter home in a taxi and then walking alone into an alley where he kills some drunk people and talks to two demons. After this, Tanjiro comes back to Nezuko, and while returning after eating food, one of that female demon's companions comes to him and asks him to come along. But for some reason he calls Nezuko ugly, which makes Tanjiro very angry, and while arguing with him, Tanjiro follows him. Then they reach a wall, and at first Tanjiro does not understand anything, but as soon as that boy touches the wall, he passes right through it. After that, Tanjiro and Nezuko also go through the wall and enter a hidden house where they meet that female demon again. She introduces herself as Tamayo, and the boy's name is Yashiro. Then Tamayo explains that she removed Muzan's curse from herself and made many changes to her body. Tanjiro asks what kind of changes, and Tamayo explains that she can turn others into demons, but unlike normal demons, they do not kill humans or drink blood by attacking people. Instead, they buy blood and only need a very small amount to survive. She also says that even after living for more than 200 years, she has only been able to turn Yashiro into a demon. Then Tanjiro asks if there is any way to turn a demon back into a human. Tamayo says there must be some way, and she promises that she will definitely find it someday, but Tanjiro will have to help her. She says that to make the medicine, she needs blood from demons who are close to Muzan. Hearing this, Tanjiro realizes that this medicine could save not only Nezuko, but many other people too by turning demons back into humans. At the end, we see two demons attacking their house, and with this the episode ends. We see the demons sent by Muzan attacking Tamayo's house. One demon tells the other that there are many people here and their target should be clear. Then the second demon attacks Tamayo's house with his powerful body, destroying everything around him. At the same time, another demon's ball attack almost blows Yashiro's head off. Tanjiro tells Yashiro to take the injured lady somewhere safe. Then Tamayo says there is a hidden place and asks him to take her there. Hearing this, Tanjiro gets serious and tells Tamayo that these demons are after him, so she should hide. But Tamayo says focus on the fight because they also do not need his protection. Then the ball demon attacks again, and Tanjiro tries stopping the balls with his sword, but they keep moving everywhere. Tanjiro wonders how those balls are changing directions so easily. Then we see Yashiro's head healing again, and he says he already warned them that helping humans would only make Muzan find them faster. But Tamayo says that dying at Muzan's hands would be worse. After that, the female demon grows many extra arms and says now the real game will start until you die. Yashiro thinks that if he uses his powers, Tanjiro could be in danger. On the other side, Tanjiro notices that even after cutting the demon's attacks, they still continue moving toward him. He says he can smell the demons and knows where they are, but he still cannot reach them. Then Yashiro tells Tanjiro to focus on the arrows because they will show where the attacks are coming from. At first Tanjiro cannot see them, but Yashiro uses his eye power on Tanjiro, allowing him to see the arrows clearly. Then Tanjiro says now they can move properly, and tells Yashiro to watch the thing hiding behind the tree. We then see Yashiro escaping attacks while telling Tamayo to hurry. On the other side, Nezuko attacks the female demon, making her hairpins fall away, and Tanjiro cuts off the demon's hands. Tanjiro asks Tamayo if the strange marks are connected to Muzan, and she says they might be. Then Tanjiro says they finally got their first blood sample. The demon angrily says if you have the courage then try taking my blood. Suddenly the demon's arms grow back again. At the same time, Another demon throws Nezuko toward Tanjiro, and both Nezuko and Tanjiro split apart and continue fighting separately. Tanjiro keeps attacking carefully while trying to avoid the arrows. Then he finally cuts the arrow demon's hand, causing the arrows to move wildly everywhere. On the other side, Nezuko continues fighting the female demon, and Yashiro suddenly disappears and attacks her from behind. But when Yashiro tries to grab her ball attack, his leg breaks, and the demon kicks Nezuko far away. Tamayo notices that Tanjiro is losing a lot of blood, so she gives him medicine to heal his wounds faster. Meanwhile, Tanjiro keeps fighting the arrow demon and thinks that he will need perfect accuracy to defeat him because the arrows are not letting him get close, and only his sword can cut through them. Suddenly, one arrow grabs Tanjiro's arm, but Tanjiro escapes by doing a backflip. The demon becomes shocked seeing this, but then attacks Tanjiro with many more arrows. Tanjiro realizes that he must carefully read the attacks, so he changes his fighting technique and attacks the demon again. With this, the episode ends. We see Tanjiro finally cutting off that demon's head. Before dying, the demon says, "Mommy, Daddy, and all your victims will drag you down too." Then he attacks Tanjiro one last time. Tanjiro realizes that this demon is much stronger than before and says he must fight with his full power or he will die here. The arrows keep moving everywhere, and Tanjiro uses multiple techniques to protect himself. As soon as the demon burns into ashes, all the arrows disappear and Tanjiro falls to the ground. We then see that many of Tanjiro's bones are broken, and it becomes difficult for him to even lift his sword. Still, he says that only one demon is left, and he must stay strong. He even lifts his sword using his mouth and keeps moving forward. On the other side, we see the female demon attacking Yashiro with many balls, but at the right moment Nezuko comes and saves him. Then it almost looks like a football match starts between Nezuko and the female demon as both of them keep kicking the balls back at each other. Seeing this, Yashiro becomes very surprised. Tamayo explains that Nezuko is using all her strength without even eating humans, which makes her incredibly powerful. Then Tamayo uses her magic blood art that can weaken someone's mind, and she asks the demon, "Do you know who you really are?" The demon becomes very scared and cannot even think properly. Tamayo then says that Musen's curse has been activated, and suddenly two giant hands burst out from the demon's body and tear her into pieces. Tamayo explains that this happened because of Musen's curse, since if any demon speaks Musen's name, Musen destroys that demon's cells instantly. Then Tamayo tells Tanjiro that the blood sample they collected is very important because the marks in the demon's eye showed that she was connected to Musen. After this, the remaining body parts of the demon also burn into ashes. Tanjiro thinks in his heart that after killing and eating so many people, the demon finally died because of the humans she looked down on. Then Tanjiro reaches the basement while searching for everyone and feels relieved after seeing them safe. We also see Nezuko hugging Tamayo lovingly. Tanjiro says that Nezuko has started seeing both of them as family members. But Tamayo says that Nezuko only sees humans as family, while they are still demons. Tanjiro replies that for Nezuko they are no less than humans, and she truly wants to protect them. Then we see Yashiro happily crying while hugging Tamayo. Here we also learn that Tamayo turned Yashiro into a demon to save his life. After that, Yashiro says that if Nezuko stays with them, it might be better for everyone. Nezuko then holds Tanjiro's hand, and Tanjiro understands what she wants to say. He thanks Tamayo for her offer, but says that nobody can separate him and Nezuko. Then both of them leave from there, and from behind Yashiro says that Nezuko is very beautiful. Hearing this, Tanjiro starts laughing. The next day, we see the crow giving Tanjiro his next mission and telling him to go southeast. With this, the episode ends.